Well, welcome to another edition of Live from the UthGuy's office. Here you are, live on digital video from the UthGuy's office. Thought we'd treat you to a little music today. It's from the group The Dutton. And Dutton's going to be the feature band this year at the Planet Wisdom Student Conference. They're going to be leading all the music. Say, there's lots of information coming out this week on the Student Fire adventure to the Planet Wisdom Conference. We have our hotel booked. We have our lunch arranged for Saturday. Now all we need is to start to get you to register. It's coming up in December, which is right around the corner. In fact, I'm pretty sure by the temperature outside, snow is going to be flying pretty soon. But we'll hold it off as long as we can. But I'm glad you stopped by today to check in what's going on. We gave you a little different perspective today, a little different camera angle on the world. Sometimes, that's what we need. Sometimes we just need to view life from a little different perspective. A little different angle makes all the difference in the world. Sometimes we look at life from a bad angle. We look at it through the world's filter. And the world sometimes paints a pretty glum picture. I don't know if you've heard much about the stock markets crash and rise and crash and rise and crash and crash and crash. But there's not a lot of good news. In fact, the political campaign is getting pretty ugly too as they start to rattle each other and say, "Did you know that he one time was friends with a kid who 4 years ago was found to say something nasty to someone? Now we think that because they were friends in the 3rd grade, that they all share the same ideas." There's a lot of hoo-ha going on out there. So we need to change perspective. Sometimes we need really a higher angle. We need to look at the events of the day, the events of our world, and we need to look at them from God's point of view. Now, granted, God's point of view isn't from a little tripod on top of the cabinet in the corner of my office. He's got a little bigger perspective than that. But that eternal perspective is really important for us to take once in a while. To really see what is it that God sees in this event. How is God handling what's going on? If we start to see things through God's eyes, from an eternal perspective, most of our problems, difficulties, struggles, frustrations really don't seem so big. I think that's the point of taking God's point of view. So this week, I want you to try and look for a different angle to things. When you're listening to those political cartoons on TV that they call commercials, or if you're listening to the news, or even looking at that report you just got back that didn't have such a great grade, let's look at those things from an eternal perspective, from God's point of view, and see what is it perhaps that He wants us to learn. Say, as we start to do these more and more, I need ideas. I want ideas from you. What would make for a good live from the UthGuy's office? Other than maybe dancing animals, because I'm not sure we could pull that one off. But if you have some ideas of what you think would make for a great video cast from the UthGuy's office, give me the idea. Maybe we'll use it. If we do use your idea, we'll give you some really fancy schmancy gift that'll be well worth stopping in sometime to pick up. But until then, thanks for tuning in. Say, I did have an idea. Maybe we should add a joke segment onto each of the podcasts to share some great joke to get us laughing, lighten our spirits for the day, even give us that little different angle. And so I was trying to think of a really good one I could share for today, a good joke. Well, you see, God one day was having a debate. It was more of an argument, actually, with someone who believed pretty strongly in the theory of evolution. And that things had developed over time, and as they were debating back and forth about creation versus evolution, God said, "You know what? Why don't we just solve this once and for all, and let's have a contest. A man-making contest. And see if you can make a man, and I'll see if I can make a man." The scientist was pretty arrogant, pretty full of himself on this particular day, and he said, "Fine, we'll do that. Let's start the contest." And God said, "All right, everything's fair. We'll start with it just the way it was." And he says, "Great. Let me go get some dirt." Dirt, God said. You gotta make your own dirt. I did. Okay, so it's not a great joke, but it's spur of the moment. It was a last minute thought. In fact, it didn't come to me till the camera was actually rolling. Why don't we add a joke in? And it was the best I could come up with. Maybe you got a better one. Share it with me. Maybe you have a great YouTube video you saw that we should pass on that information to everyone else. Let me know. Leave me a note on my Facebook page. Hey, not now. I'm doing a video here. Can't you see that I'm on a video? Ignore the phone on the wall. I know I am. We'll pick that up later. Hopefully that's not someone telling me I just won $1 million and I missed the call. But if you have some great information to share with me, pass me a note. Send me a message on Facebook. Send me a message to Craig@studentfire.org. Call me on my cell phone. Send a smoke signal. Carrier pigeon. Make sure they're a potty trained carrier pigeon. I hate cleaning that stuff off my car. But get word to me. Your ideas, your thoughts. Say, this Sunday night is Sunday Night Live for high school students, 7 o'clock in the other room. And next Sunday night, that'd be the 4th Sunday night of October, we have our Pizza Ranch event called Ranch Mix. Doing the gospel journey for high school students. We had almost 70 students there last time. We're hoping to raise that number up to 100. Invite a few friends, bring them along. We'll have a great time. Hey, were you at bowling, by the way? Some of you were. Many of you were. If you were at 180 degrees last time we went bowling, I have news for you. We have pictures. Yes, we had clandestine spies. Well, they weren't really spies. They were people walking around with a camera asking you to take a picture. But we have the pictures, and we're going to put them on the website very soon for you to see. So check the website out, and you'll be able to see those photos very soon. Hey, thanks for joining us on today's video cast, and we'll get more information to you later.
All right, so here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Sunday Night Live. We love you.
And we have no idea what we're supposed to say, but we're happy to be here.
I'm Brian Feldman. I'm the new music guy, I think, here. Kind of like Spam.